So I'm going to take off one piece of tape here. And you will notice my hips are wide open. So I know that blue, my lower core posterior zone, is my dominant region. I know that 18 is my dominant subregion. So if I simply stepped to 18 here, my hips will be squared. So I want to test my, first I want to test my handle size. Let me go back to 18. Here I am, I'm totally square. If I grip a handle size that doesn't fit, look where my hips go. I'm on my dominant subregion, blue 2. Grip this in the wrong handle size and look where I go. So I can begin my grip size on blue 2 as I choose. So I'm going to slowly let my hand, when you do this, I want your hand to slowly go up. The bad. So bad is tapered. When I get to my grip size, because I know I'm blue, I want to take the blue tape off. Because we're going to be using that. So once you know what color, you can remove that tape. Okay, here I am. So to get my grip size, I simply let my hand come up. Now you want something on the ground. If you have a right balance mat, you want to use that. You can see as my hips rotate. And that feels like it's pretty much it. At knee flex. So that appears, I want to emphasize appears, to be the correct handle size. Now you'll also see another video in the chapter accompanying this Zoom where I am fitting a young man and he's helping, he's looking. If you and telling me, okay, this is what I see. However, his first instinct was incorrect. So we went back and double checked. So how do we check now? We go to each blue number. Blue 1, hips are square. Blue 2, hips are square. Blue 3, hips are square. Blue 4, hips are square. I can get out to blue 5, hips are square. So when I've done this, I'm on the lead hand only. I'm holding it. You've got to hold this position of the bat. Now when I go to red, look where my hips go. Back to blue, they'll square up. If your student can see this, that's black. That's blue. So I only will be square on blue. So I'm going to do this again so you can see. I start at the bottom. And I am going to start on my dominant subregion. I'm on blue 2. So I'm going to let my hand slide up. And you can do this, you can do this too quickly. You cannot do it too slowly. But in the interest of time here, your time, I'm going to go a little faster. And just hesitate. You have to, your student has to be totally relaxed, be able to see the rotation of the hips. And when you add knee flex, you should, looks awfully good as I look down. I'm using this black mat, use an alignment stick, use the right balance mat that has lines on it. The reason I don't use it on video is because the lines appear wavy. You do not appear straight. So you want a straight edge on the ground. You want to walk to each side, as you'll see in that video, each side and check the hip line. And then have them move. I'm on blue 1. And I stay square. I go to blue 3. I stay square. If I step to a black or red zone number, here is black, hips rotate. Here is red, hips rotate. So what you want to do now is have your student. So I'm in, tell them not to lose their grip. What you want to do is you're going to have them come over, move their middle finger and make a black mark right where you're going to put that. So that's telling me it's always the middle finger. It's always been the middle finger, by the way. From the time we started measuring grip size in 98, 97, 98, we looked at it in 92, began to measure. So that is my grip size. Where that black mark is, that's where I will put the tape. Now, you've heard me say repeatedly here, I've always been lower core. And if you start to explore other zones, you will always default. You will always default to your original subregion after disruption. So these are digital calipers. Now, a little known fact that handle size is measured in inches. 1 mil, not millimeter, 1 mil is 1/1000th of an inch. Now, these digital calipers measure handle size, or measure in millimeters or in inches. You want to go to inches. And when I measure this, you can see I'm getting about 988. And yeah, just moved it. So you want to put this around the bat handle, measure it. And why do you want to measure it? I'm getting 988. 960 is your mid-size grip. 988 it would be mid-size plus a few. If I'm going to be playing a lower core, and if you're doing the right balance express, you want to have a handle size that you don't have to have exactly the same handle size, because after the express you can play any grip size you want. But you play too big, you won't be able to get the power spot on the underside of that grip. So you can see what I've done. I've taped that black spot with blue tape now. And you want to measure that handle size before before you put the tape on. I will include a chart that shows for years, we'd send players to club makers and say, well, you need a mid-size plus 4 reps or undersize. So traditional measurements in grips are 2 inches from the butt of the club. But you want to measure, if you watched in the Olympics, Lydia Ko with her driver, she's down, as was Anthony Kim. You don't want to measure 2 inches down. You want to measure to where this middle finger is on the grip. So that is going to tell you exactly what size they're playing. So these great players have found handle size, because the wrong handle size will move you heel to toe until you get until after the right balance express. And we'll explore that in 2 weeks, a little more.